Alright, welcome everyone to the weather desk. I'm Weatherman Nick. We're going to go ahead and cover the possible severe weather that we could see tomorrow, Sunday, and the severe weather that we could deal with on Monday as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we have in Oklahoma here. We got a marginal risk in Oklahoma, including the cities of Enid and Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. We got a general thunderstorm risk for the rest of these areas, including Nebraska, Kansas, Missouri, Arkansas, and Texas, and parts of Louisiana as well. And we got a few areas over here that will have general thunderstorm risk as well: Nevada, Utah, Colorado, New Mexico, and Arizona. Main concern is for scattered thunderstorms that will be decently strong with 50 mile per hour damaging wind gusts, small hail, and frequent lightning included. You could also possibly see some flooding. But again, this will be a scattered in nature thunderstorm risk. As you can see, as we move through, just a few cells here and there will cause some rain and some thunder boomers. And then this system will congeal into a line, and this is where we'll talk about our day 2 outlook, or our day 3, excuse me. Alright, so this is where we get to our day 3 outlook here. We do got a slight risk for Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. These areas could be dealing with tornadic activity, and some even linear type of storms here. Mainly the linear part is what we're going to continue to watch for, but supercells is another possible thing, especially within the line, as some of these storms are going to be pretty sporadic and spread out. As you can see, it turns into a congealed line, and it will give us some issues, especially with straight line damaging winds. Expect 65 miles per hour, maybe some medium-sized hail, and some frequent lightning, of course, and heavy rainfall, possible flooding. Let's go ahead and continue to move it through. We do have a general thunderstorm risk for these areas. The heaviest of the rain will be towards Memphis, Tennessee, Kennett, Missouri, Cape Grande, excuse me, y'all. And then Pine Bluff, Arkansas as well. We could be dealing with the heaviest rain in these areas. Scattered in nature storms here, and maybe just straight line damaging winds down here. If this does become an event that we may have to cover, we will go live on Monday. And I do plan on going live on Monday for this event, especially if they issue more. As you can see, the system turns into a little bit more congealed line of storms, and we could be dealing with straight line damaging winds, or just heavy rain within Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, and Ohio. And that's where we'll continue to watch for the severe weather in these areas. Let's go ahead and take a look at just the deeper models of what we could see, and continue to just take a little bit more of the atmosphere to exaggeration here. Alright, so this is our surface layer cape here, and as you can see, as the storms move through, there will be enough cape to kind of get the storm enough to feed on, and there will be a little bit of some updraft winds in there, but nothing much to be completely severe. This was a day 4 outlook, and it was taken down from a slight to a marginal risk. You could actually see the storm system very well within the Cape dynamics here. You could see, excuse me for 1 second. As I was saying, you could see a very great dynamics of the system that will move through. It's a really decent cold front that's going to move through. Not exactly really bad where this will be an event to remember. We still can see possible tornadoes that is scattered in nature, and of course damaging wind gusts here and there with some possible damages in a few areas, but since this is a negatively tilted storm, it's not going to be as strong as we sometimes see during these seasons here. But you can see the system as it gets towards the Oklahoma area here, and Arkansas, moving into eastern, very southeastern Texas, and northwestern Louisiana. The Cape starts to pick up, and this is where we could see the supercellular activity, especially through these areas here. And it kind of picks up and moves through Alabama, but by the time it moves through, it's a decently weak Cape. You're still going to have Cape, though, and again, this is surface layer Cape. Going to take a look at the mean layer Cape. Again, you can see the C-shape of the system. Kind of turns into a comma almost. And moves through these areas. You can see some cape through the Alabama area, Mississippi area, and Louisiana area. My main areas of concern for the system is going to be the Texas, the southeastern parts of Texas, central Louisiana, and south central Mississippi. These areas I do see a little bit more uptick in the supercellular part. Not just supercellular, but just an uptick of seeing tornadoes possible. And if not that, we could still see straight line damaging winds. But this is going to be a system that we've been waiting for to bring rain that's much needed for the south, but it's also bringing us severe weather. That's what comes with it. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at that supercell composite here. And as you can see, just scattered in nature storms throughout the Oklahoma and Texas part. As we get into central Louisiana, you can see it's a little bit brighter yellow shades of color there. That's where we can see a little bit more uptick with it. And as it moves through, it's going to be kind of scattered in nature as well. So you can still see a bit more of an uptick in that. And kind of go ahead and look at the simulated reflectivity. You can actually see the system as it moves through. It begins over here in Kansas and Oklahoma. It starts to get ready and twist and turn. This is where the C shape starts to form here. You can expect some really gusty winds throughout these areas, 25 to 30 miles per hour possible. And as the storm starts to pick up its pace, scattered thunderstorms with possible strong storms here down towards the central part of Louisiana, southeastern part of Texas, and south central western part of Mississippi, and even the eastern part of Mississippi. Moves through Alabama. We could expect some severe weather through Alabama possibly, maybe these areas as well. And it becomes kind of snow weather for over here, and we could actually go ahead and take a look at that. And this is what turns into a bit of some snow. So if you are in a few of these areas, this system is already beginning to form at this time. So it's right here. But if you're in Oregon, Washington, and California, Nevada, even some parts of Utah, and Wyoming, and Colorado, you could expect some scattered snow in some spots, maybe some snow flurries. This is where we can see a little bit more better chances of snow. It starts to pick up over here as the system starts to turn. New Mexico could even have a shot of some snow. As the system gets stronger, we can expect some ice and snow over here towards the Pennsylvania and New York areas. This is where we could see an uptick in snow. Canada could see, of course, a lot of snow within this system. Minnesota and Wisconsin could also join in with that as well. And ultimately just continue to bring more systems throughout the area. Another system will move through here. This one could be more interesting to continue to watch for on the 29th of November. Then we'll get another system and another system and another one. So we're going to have to continue to monitor these systems as they continue to develop. But this one system that we're going to deal with is definitely going to bring some extra cold air for our area. And it's going to make it chilly for the Thanksgiving week. But for some of us, Thanksgiving week will be dry, and for some of us, it will be cold, and some of us, it will be rainy or snowy, or we could be dealing with severe weather. So I'll keep you guys updated. Let's go ahead and take a look at the storm predictions, or National Hurricane Center. So we'll go ahead and take a look at our areas here, and the probabilistic. We do have a 15% for total severe probability. That's a 15% there, and we're going to be in a slight risk. When we get an update tomorrow, I'll try to send out a tweet on Twitter about it, and I'll keep you guys posted on that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this update video, and I'll be giving out more closer updates by tomorrow possibly, and maybe go live tomorrow for the severe weather. So I'll keep you guys updated. You guys stay weather aware and safe, and have a wonderful rest of your weekend and Thanksgiving week.